Okay, so last week there was a situation involving Steven Spielberg coming out against Netflix in regards to Roma getting within a nut hair's distance of winning Best Picture, therefore allowing a Netflix movie to come in and kick the crap out of all of the Oscar bait that tends to permeate within the award season in Hollywood, right? It's a time of year where people who love that industry are like, yeah, award season. And the rest of us who love movies are like, yay, it's award season. You know what I mean? Like dust in the wind. Nothing comes out. Just eh. But that's the thing, is a lot of people out there they don't care for it. So here comes Spielberg, a man who I idolize and I respect, coming out and trying to say, maybe we should push Netflix out of the Oscar category, push them towards an Emmy. They can win an Emmy. And then I criticized that. I said Spielberg hates Netflix. People are like, that's not what he said at all. Nah, it's kind of hinting at it. He may like the service, but when it comes to the concept of film and film awards and that kind of industry, where he's been living in that world for like the last 40 some odd years of winning like award after award after award, or at least being nominated multiple times and winning multiple times, you can see his perspective. Right? He's old school in that regard, but we're in a new school age. We're in an absolute new environment, a new reality when it comes to the movies. We experience film at a much different level. You didn't, back when he was getting started in his 80s heyday, so to speak, or, 80s to early mid 90s, late 90s. It's great. He's had an illustrious career. Up until like 10 years ago, we had to go to the movies to see these things brand new. Or we'd have to rent them when they finally came out 13 to 15 months after they were in theaters. Nowadays, the turnaround time for a movie being in theaters to being on home video is 3 months. Sometimes less than, depending. Look at Venom, just as a thing. October 5th, 2018, dropped in theaters. Hit home video December 11th, 2018. 2 months. But it had made all of its money, $800 million. It was fine to do that before the holiday rush. That's why they did it. So we're in a different world now. So going after Netflix because they make movies with, talented filmmakers and they give them the budgets and less studio oversight, something that Spielberg himself probably hasn't had to deal with ever, because it's just, it's a Spielberg movie? Whatever. He wants to go make Lincoln and have it be Daniel Day-Lewis talking in the helium voice the entire time. By all means, make it a reality. He wants to do the BFG. Okay, cool. Let's make it a reality. He can do what he wants. Sure, no one saw it and it tanked at the box office, but yeah, no oversight. All I'm saying there is it's kind of a dumb thing to say. I think it's ill-advised, illogical to make the claims that he did. But Netflix ultimately responded by saying, here, we love cinema. Here are some things we also love. Access for people who can't always afford or live in towns without theaters. Letting everyone, everywhere, enjoy releases at the same time, giving filmmakers more way to share art. These things are not mutually exclusive. Now, that's a clapback if I ever heard one, but it's done in a respectful way because they're true. They're true, right? They want access for people who can't always afford or live in areas without theaters. Now, if you talk to anyone out there these days and you want to look at why certain movies will do better than others in the theater, is because people will always justify their entertainment and they want to see the big spectacle on the big screen. Tentpole films they will go see because that's what they want to invest their time with. They want that experience. When they look at something that's an indie art house movie that seems interesting, they're like, okay, I can wait for home video because I don't need to go see it in theaters because the experience would be the same one way or the other. I remember when I saw Rec, the Spanish film that Quarantine is based on, for the first time. I sat alone in my room watching it on my computer with the lights on because it scared the crap out of me with the lights on. Like you can get the same kind of experience in a number of ways. And that's the whole point. But it's also true with small towns who only have one theater that have to pick and choose which movies they get. And it becomes a real burden for the theater owners and the bookers because they have to make those hard calls. I spent 13 years working at a drive-in movie theater in San Diego with 2 screens running 4 movies at a time. And the owner would always go back and forth over this. Do I get this movie? Do I get this movie? How do I get this movie? How do I make this work? How do I do this? And it's always a wheel and a deal. And people get mad at us because we don't have everything, because we don't have access to it. We just can't put it up there. But on Netflix, it doesn't matter. Now, granted, there's an arguable part there about Netflix picking up a lot of schlock, which they do. They get a lot of crap they put out there. That makes sense, yeah. But they also say here, letting everyone everywhere enjoy releases at the same time, which again is part of that type of conversation. You will get more hype out of something if people can go and enjoy it at the same time, like a Super Bowl, like a sporting event. People like to watch it at the same time, to tweet about it, to discuss it on social media, and it really elevates and raises the profile. Movies and entertainment are very similar. That's one of the reasons why you have promoted hashtags during TV shows when they're airing or when things are airing, because people are then going to be talking about it. People then have a window of opportunity to watch something together or very close proximity to one another. And then it says here, giving filmmakers more ways to share art, which is something I truly believe in. We live in an age now where you can just upload a feature film to YouTube, which my feature film is on YouTube, and get people a chance to watch it whenever they want. But also it gives people the opportunity to see your movie or be exposed to your movie that doesn't cost you $40 million in print and advertising. Marketing costs for movies ultimately cripple films that don't meet those expenses. This doesn't have to worry like that. They can release something and then use social media to drive awareness to it. And if it's good enough, like let's say Bird Box, a lot of people flock to it. A lot of people go to it and a lot of people want to discuss it. Giving Netflix, getting them out of the race, I think is only a detriment to cinema, because from what I can tell right now, they're the only player in the game that really knows what they want in regards to getting the right talent, giving them the carte blanche to be that talent, and to not get in the way with executive decisions, studio oversight, and notes. And I think that's apparent in what they've shown us so far. I think the fact that they keep getting close to winning these awards, and especially Emmys for TVs and things like that, shows you precisely where they stand in regards to quality. I see where Spielberg is coming from, but he is wholly wrong. But I leave it to you, your thoughts, your opinions. Where do you stand on it? Write it down in the comments below. My name is Matt Jarbo. This has been 3 Buck Theater. I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out. Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. While you're here, feel free to check out that subscribe button. Help with the channel out. Or you can watch any of the newest videos and make sure that you're caught up to date with what's going on in Hollywood and entertainment. So that way, when you're at work tomorrow, you can wow your friends with the information you learned from watching these videos. That's right. I said it. Subscribe.